Well, I'm very surprised. I came out here with all the various tools that I needed to trim back one side of the driveway because it was really pushing in against cars. Now that was at 10 o'clock. I finally landed back up in the cottage at 2 o'clock. I can't believe I was out here for 4 hours. Well, maybe I can believe I was out here for 4 hours. But honestly, there's just not enough hours in the day. So that's my neighbour, I think, out at the moment with her lawnmower. So I've cut back this side, okay? But then further down on this side, I'm going to show you what I've done. Something quite dramatic. Well, it was in the offing for a long time. I was meaning to get it done. But I was sort of putting it off. And then I thought, well, if I'm going to hard prune back any trees or any bushes, this is a good time to do it on this side of Lunasa. And we're only just 2 days away from Lunasa. It's Friday, Lunasa Eve. So, anyway, I've got a massive amount of clearing up to do, but I have sort of tidied it all in underneath the trees on the right at this point. Now you can see this line is nice and tidy and it's kind of back, it's been cut back. This side, this is what I've done on this side, which I'm very happy with now because it completely changes the dynamics on this part of the driveway. Because of course, you know that just recently, in the past year, I have redirected, sort of re-engineered the pond, so it's flowing out this way. So I hadn't meant to cut back these trees and bushes so as not only could I see the water, but I could hear the water. Okay, I don't know what you can hear with all this noise, but anyway, I'm going to keep this little part of the video quite short and maybe come out later on when it's quiet and let you see and let you hear what the result is. Okay. Right. I didn't get the chance to go back out and take a photograph, do a film. But what I've done is I've taken some photographs just to show you, and I'll talk you through some of what I've done, which I think is going to be easier actually to comprehend, because it started to rain and myself and Jack got in from the walk quite wet. So trimming back both sides of the driveway, of course leaving the overhang as much as possible, because I love the little sort of cathedral arch look as you come up the driveway. These are some of the flowers and shrubs down by the gate. So this is how it's starting to look. Now of course it needs a bit of tidying up, and that'll be taking place over the next few days. Hopefully have it all done before Lunasa. Lunasa is on Friday. Lunasa Eve is on Friday. So now you can see some of the framework of the actual shrubs and trees exposed, and that's going to allow quite a lot of light in as well, which will mean plants like primroses and ferns getting the chance to come up there. A lot of clearing up to do, and you can see some young trees in there as well. There's a couple of little sycamores in there just on the right hand side. This gives you a better view of how it's going to look and still a little bit of pruning to do, like some of the willow, which is there on the left hand side of the picture, has to be cleaned up a bit. You can see the stream now through the trees. You can also get to see some of the shrubs on the other side of the stream. So there's some lovely sort of variegated cotoneaster in the dogwood in there. And that's one of the little waterfalls in the stream, because of course the stream falls away from the fairy wood where the spring comes up down to where the water leaves the property. There's a fall of about 6 to 8 feet in total, and that ensures good drainage. So this is up near the pond. You can just see the little bit of the dragon in the pond there. And now this is walking up through the woodland. So I'm walking back up towards the cottage now. And some lovely mature or semi-mature birch trees. Well, they look mature to me, because of course they've grown so much over the past 16 years. And remember that this land was poor land and rush infested. It was a rushy field. Hard to imagine, isn't it, when you see that beautiful woodland floor, all the leaf mulch and the shade and the growth. So this is going up towards what was the last little piece of lawn at Bealtaine Cottage, and you'll see in a minute, the next photograph I think it is, where the trees were planted into the lawn, and you can just see there, that was the lawn. There's now birch trees there. There's 4 birch trees and quite a lot of chop and drop in between them. So, and there's the steps going up towards the cottage. And those steps, of course, were dug out of the ground where the pond is. So they've come up from about 3.5 or 4 feet down, maybe deeper. That's the entrance to the fairy wood. It's become a very long, dark, secret-looking tunnel of growth. And finally up the steps and home.